Trump versus Fed has escalated further. US President Donald Trump has fired Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. He has cited alleged mortgage fraud as the reason for her removal. Now, Lisa Cook was appointed by the Biden administration in 2022. She made history becoming the first black woman to serve as the Federal Reserve Governor. Her term does not expire until 2038. The White House shared the letter on X stating that Cook was removed from her position effective immediately, invoking Article 2 of the Constitution and the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 as legal justification. But does Trump have the authority to do so? Now, Cook says that the president has no authority to fire her. As per the law, the US president can fire a Fed governor for cause such as proven misconduct or neglect of duty, not for political reasons. So this decision might be challenged in court, as legal experts point that past actions might not consistently meet the threshold for cause. So what does the letter say actually? The letter addresses to Cook from Donald Trump. It says that there is sufficient reason to believe that Cook has made false statements on one or more mortgage agreements. Now, Trump cited an example in the letter, and I quote from it: "As detailed in criminal referral, you signed one document attesting that a property in Michigan would be your primary residence for the next year. 2 weeks later, you signed another document for property in Georgia stating that it will be your primary residence for the next year." Now, critics are seeing it as an illegal attempt to fire a federal governor. Elizabeth Warren said, and I quote, "It is the latest example of a desperate president searching for a scapegoat to cover for his own failure to lower costs for Americans." Some also call it a threat to Fed's independence. So if Trump is successful in removing Cook, he will be able to nominate her replacement. Two of the current Fed governors, Christopher Waller and Michelle Bowman, are already Trump appointees. Adriana Kugler resigned earlier this month, and Trump has nominated Stephen Miran to fill Kugler's seat. And if Cook is removed and Trump looks for a replacement for her, he will then have 4 members on his side in the 6-member board of directors. Now, the board, along with 5 regional presidents who are seated on rotational basis, make up the FOMC, which sets the interest rates, and the board alone controls several other key rates too. So it is a threat to Fed's independence, is what the critics are saying. Now let's understand what happens if Fed is indirectly controlled by the government or the president. Well, it would make Fed dead. Because first things first, inflation will surge. Trump might pressure Fed to keep interest rates low and stimulate economy to achieve short-term gains, so his tariffs don't look immediately extremely bad. Now, this overstimulation can lead to runaway inflation and a long-term economic damage. Second, this pressure to overstimulate the economy for political gains could create an unsustainable economic boom, which later could lead to a greater economic instability. Now, third is the investor confidence, which will die. If the Fed is politically motivated, public and business confidence in its ability to manage economy and control inflation will reduce significantly, leading to foreign investors pulling out from the markets. Extremely low interest rates would also devalue the dollar, rising inflation pressures further. Now, last would be that it would erode the independence of the central bank, which can make decisions independently to benefit the economy for long term currently. And then there will be political appointees too, Trump loyalists more than economic experts, which is probably what's happening with his administration as well. As per a report from November 2024, during his electoral campaign, Trump chose loyalists with little experience for several key cabinet positions. Maybe that's why he is weaponizing tariffs and shooing away US's top allies, even as warnings are coming from top economists. And if you see the larger picture, you should not be surprised by this firing. It is typical Trump. He does not like the jobs data. He gets on and fires the person who released it. He wants the interest rate cuts to happen. He threatens to fire the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and when he fails to do so, he tries to take control of the board indirectly by firing the governors. Looks like Trump is acting in an authoritarian style, and well, leave the world aside, it is not even good for his own country. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments, and like, share and subscribe to ET Now for more such news and views.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.